we're going to be doing this message for everyone that could resonate with a Leo or is already one. You can have this sign aspect anywhere in your chart. All right, y'all. So I turned off the comments to make sure that I don't get distracted in this live and so that you guys can get y'all read in entirety. So when it does come back on, when the comments are turned back on, is when you guys are able to talk to me, and possibly even for some of you who are members of the channel, you'll be able to engage as well. So let's see what's going on, or y'all have top priority as members. So we got despair in reverse. Courthouse in the upright. Somebody may have court issues right now that's lingering in the air. They not worried about it with despair in reverse. Oh, we got poverty. They could be in poverty right now. Somebody could be doing bad. They could need help. They're not concerned about that either. People could have negative things to say about them basically doing bad. Privileged lady. This could be a privileged lady. So somebody is going to court against someone who's doing good financially. Meanwhile, they're in poverty. 12 is significant. Could be December. Somebody has to go to court. December 23rd could be significant. We got expectations coming out in reverse. And then we got coffin here. So somebody is going to court, and I feel like they getting ready to get awarded some type of inheritance or some type of payout for a death. Could be a wrongful death. Coffin here. 12, 19, 28, 23, 37. So somebody getting ready to win big in court for some type of lawsuit. If the judgment is going to be ruled in their favor or the family's. Blocked house. Somebody could have lost their house because of this. A main male in reverse. Change in reverse. A main male who won't change. Could have caused somebody to lose their home. Somebody also could have lost their life. It was a wrongful death in regards to some main male in reverse. So some type of negative as man. Masculine energy. Maybe childish. Mad they couldn't be in somebody's life anymore. The type of person who will never change. Coffin here in reverse. This main male, very negative. They don't want to change. They also may not have wanted to leave somebody's house or someone's home. Somebody could have kicked them out. It's starting to feel more like a homicide. Mature man in reverse. Childish as fuck. Wasn't paying somebody's bills. Wasn't helping out. Was just there. Message in reverse. Main male in reverse. I feel like this is the same person. Unexpected income. Yeah, somebody is getting money in regards to this. This could be two different energies, though, for some of y'all. Thief in reverse, community in reverse, and privileged lady. Marriage. Yeah, these two people was married. Okay, if there was a main male, somebody didn't want to leave because someone ended up getting a new person. They didn't want to leave a house. It's like they could have hurt this main male. Pathway is here. But this woman ends up rich off of this death, though. I don't know how. Community in reverse. I'm going to find out, though. False person. Leo energy, Taurus energy, Cancer energy. High honor in reverse. Somebody feels like this woman set up this man to do what she wanted them to do for her to get this money. Main female. See, she was the main female in the whole situation. She ends up being a privileged lady, but she was false the whole time. I feel like this is a setup that I'm picking up on. It's like crying to the next man about how one is abusive, won't leave, don't help out, ain't paying no bills, don't provide, but won't go. I feel like this is somebody who is having an infidelity. And we got unexpected income. See, mature woman in reverse. This is not a respectable person. They're not high honor. That's the first thing I wanted to say before I said that, though. But this person can't be trusted. I feel like the family, somebody's family knew this shit. They had bad word about them, or they heard negative things about them. And then I'm heard it through the grapevine. So they could have heard it through the grapevine about some female. Thoughts in reverse. See, I'm telling you that a main male, like, shouldn't be here. Somebody had a job. They was good. They should have never been with whoever this person was. That was false. We got lovers in reverse, and then adjudication in reverse, imprisonment. I'm telling you. Great fortune, but whoever this woman is, they going to end up going to jail. And they going to receive bad karma. Yeah, this main female, whoever this man was. Okay, so somebody's going to go to court. Yeah, so it's like they falsely get some type of money, but then they family, they take their ass to court or something like that. They end up getting everything back that this woman took. Set some man up that she was with another male in order to, like, hurt him. Yeah, for sudden wealth. It does do it successfully. But marriage, yeah, wealthy man. They could have married whoever this person is that hurt the person that they was with, main female. Look, she was out here doing hella shit, message of concern. But she's going to get this message of concern about this court situation that she thought she didn't have to worry about, this legal situation. Going to jail, under investigation, toil and labor. About to do some hard time. Could have came up with this plan. It was hard to come up with. Main male, yeah, unexpected. I feel like this was less like one of those plans where somebody wanted to get out of the situation, so they set up the main male that was in their life so that somebody could become wealthy. Or they set up the mature man, in reverse in their life so they could become wealthy with whoever this main male is and get married. So this death could have financed their wedding, their marriage, their life, their new life. Thoughts in reverse, but the family already knew that this person wasn't shit. Yeah. And so that's why they suing them to get back everything that they got, taking them for everything that they got in court. Yep. Because this money wasn't rightfully theirs or something like that, didn't belong to them. We got bad health. Yeah, they hurt somebody for this money. It could have made them sick, poisoned them, wasn't concerned with them. if somebody was older or geriatric or they was disabled or whatever and needed help, they could have been a caregiver. They administered this person something they wasn't supposed to. There's a main male who's aware of it, was all in on it or something like that. Yeah. Concern in reverse and pathway. Despair in reverse. They didn't give a damn what they did to whoever this person is. They was looking at somebody like they was already on their deathbed. And for the person who wasn't elderly, they just made this person sick over time. We got child in reverse. They never had children. Concern in reverse. So she didn't think that she needed to be concerned, but here's a message of concern. She about to be doing some hard time from trying to be, message of concern. Didn't think she needed to be concerned, but here's the message of concern. That's these legal documents. Somebody is going to jail. They about to have to do some time. We got privileged lady for being this privileged lady and marrying somebody, how they did it, how they went about it. This wealthy man, see, they ended up getting real rich together. And it was all behind whatever this death was. Journey. Yep, to move ahead. When they was with somebody else, with main female here. Yep. And somebody's family is not accepting this shit. This death. This money don't belong to them. To whoever this main female is, it belongs to them. They got all this unexpected income that they got to give back. Yep. Thoughts in reverse. They family like, hell no, that don't belong to them. And so they bringing it up in court. Suing somebody, pathway. Yeah, the Lovers in reverse. What somebody's exes did to, hurt them, unalive them. Crazy. The things people would do for money. I feel like we're going to end up going into 2 different decks of tarot cards. Because what is this, y'all? Oh, my goodness. Somebody was tired of another person living with them, didn't want to leave, wasn't paying no bills, no way. They felt like they was worthless or whatever the case may be. Like they was just taking up air. Somebody didn't look hard enough at this situation. Didn't realize that they was going to be the one who end up hurt too. Everybody was going to turn their back on them. Yep, the Hermit in reverse. I feel like somebody didn't think something through before they did it. The World in reverse. Yep, this was a failed plan. Ace of Wands in reverse. This plan does not work out. Somebody is fucking up. They misstepped something or they overlooked something or I feel like when they did it, it was coming to the family. Somebody's family cared more about them than what they thought. Judgment, see? Whether that's ancestral family or that's their physical family, but some detectives is going to be taking a closer look at this situation, bringing it all around bringing it roundabout to the round table. Yep, about what happened in a home with somebody's partner. Temperance. How they really died. The truth is coming to light with the Ace of Swords. And how they got this money. Knight of Wands, with whoever this partner was that they was dealing with. a main male. That's this younger energy. They not a king. Somebody who was dumb enough and willing to do whatever this person asks, whatever this spouse asks, or whatever this long-term significant other was asking of them to help them with unaliving somebody. But this shit was, them getting away with this was unsuccessful. We got the Knight of Pentacles. Somebody invested a lot of time, I feel like, into hurting somebody. With the Death card in reverse, though, yeah, they soulmate. I don't feel like somebody either, this could have been attempted murder, but they tried to do it and they don't successfully get away with it. With the Knight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, something like that. I feel like they don't successfully get away with it because somebody's family isn't letting it go. The truth is coming to light, yeah. With the Two of Cups in reverse. If somebody, I strongly feel like somebody passed away. And if they didn't, then they thought that they did and they moved too quick to try to do something, but somebody wasn't dead. Maybe they were trying to get income or something, or not income, but okay, if it was income, somebody's checks, especially if they was sickly, they was getting SSI or some type of government assistance. They was trying to do that. That's some low trifling shit now. And then if not, then it's them trying to get the insurance policy for a specific person. It was both. Knight of Pentacles, but somebody invested a lot of time for this shit not to work out. Yeah, and with a new love, I'm telling you. It was supposed to make their life easier with the Ten of Wands in reverse. It was supposed to make this new relationship just easy to start because they got money now. But that was a failed attempt or something, or somebody's family is looking deeper at what happened, how somebody actually really passed away. This could be like an autopsy or something. And how somebody said it happened, it didn't happen that way. Yeah, they didn't get away with this murder. Or they didn't get away with this unaliving. Three of Wands in reverse. They not getting away with this. It's like all this time they invested into something that don't work out because they not getting away with it. The Death is in reverse. Is some soulmate that they tried to like unalive. This could be a attempted unaliving. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, they was doing bad financially. They needed some money. I'm telling you, this Empress in reverse. Down bad. And they getting left out in the cold, but I feel like they was really doing bad. Look, Ten of Cups in reverse. Somebody's family don't fuck with them. And my right hand is itching. They was doing this for money to come up. Somebody's family don't mess with them. Whether that's their in-laws, both. Look, the Death card came out in reverse. There's conflict. Somebody wants to compromise. Because they couldn't hurt somebody, but they was trying. But it didn't work out. Damn. Because somebody didn't really plan something out with the Hermit in reverse. They made a stupid plan with a stupid person. One that they couldn't cover up. Look, Eight of Swords. whoever they was dealing with, they just as blind as them. And the blind leading the blind and thinking that nothing's gonna happen. What? The blind leading the blind, but thinking that nothing is gonna come of this. That's really what I'm getting. Double Scorpio energy. Shit, really triple. Judgment, death, the Tower in reverse. Like, come on now. Somebody's either a Scorpio, for sure, or air sign. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, that's all that's out here. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. The World card. Another major arcana, but I'm looking at 4 major arcanas because somebody got protected from this bullshit. With 2 blind ass, blinder than Tweety Bird ass motherfuckers trying to play games. And God calling it out. Because what's done in the dark is never going to stay in light. Or what's done, ooh, see, look, they didn't think that was going to happen. What's done in the dark is always going to come to light. Look, that's how dumb somebody is. They was confused on how something really worked. Could be if this was medication that was administered, something about somebody being a nurse or somebody having nursing skills. We got King of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is the partner. The 4 of Pentacles in reverse. They could have just let somebody go because now they're heartbroken knowing what really happened. Like finding out, especially if this person lived through this with this King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, they're hurt by what somebody tried to do to them, especially with who they tried to do it with the Knight of Pentacles, who they was doing this shit with, and then didn't even successfully do it. They like, oh yeah, you a dirty motherfucker. So somebody was trying to do something for money, but look, this Emperor ended up coming out on top. Bitch, you tried to do what to who? You thought you was going to do what to who? To me? No. So somebody ends up surviving some shit that was not supposed to happen and cutting a motherfucker off. And they could have been sitting right in somebody's face, showing them all this attention, but it came out like this towards y'all upward. So I'm showing y'all this. Because I feel like somebody was all up in somebody's face. But it's really in reverse. Because they didn't cut somebody off. This person is Queen of Wands, this whore. This Jezebel spirit who they feel like, yeah, they played them. They played them. Played in their face. And they thought that they was somebody who they should keep around, or who, you know, they should have appreciated. But here they go. They done fucked up with the Ace of Wands in reverse. Ain't no more opportunities. Ain't no more chances. Ain't no way to redeem themselves from this. The Strength card is coming out blocked because whatever they try to argue, that argument is weak as hell. The 8 of Pentacles in reverse is not going to work. Somebody don't want to hear it. Don't try to explain themselves away. Don't do none of that. Somebody is cutting a person off for good. They like, oh yeah, you really tried to like do me in. And this could be somebody who, they could be very handsome, strong-willed, very intelligent, sharp on their toes and all of that. But they arguing with the person who they built something with. They thought they was. Now they realizing they gotta let this shit go. They gotta let it go. I feel like somebody really don't know themselves. And they was with somebody who was a liar. basically. Who could have been trying to tell them to take from this emperor who they built a whole connection with, because they was a whole ass motherfucker who never really loved this emperor and thought they was going to manifest and come up and leave somebody out in the cold, or have them stuck and having to heal their broken heart while they go and be with somebody else after not being able to successfully kill him and get away with it, and thought they were just going to let him go and like everything was gonna go right in their life and work out for them with the wheel of fortune after this ending or something like that. Now it's like they realizing that a person would go out of their way to sacrifice a person who really loved them, and they could be trying to recover from this, like realizing that somebody really betrayed their ass for another person. Dang. So it's like switching up. I'm hearing when you switch sides, ain't no switching back. Somebody switched up though, and they can't come back. Eight of Pentacles, yeah, it's not gonna work out. Somebody chose up and chose the wrong person. Now they gotta move on. They gotta accept whatever they chose. And it's looking like whatever they chose is making them sad that they chose it. I'm like, I don't want this shit. I want us back together. I want it to just be us two. I don't want all these people no more. They don't love me like my emperor did. But somebody done already fucked up this home. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody could also be out of work. They could be an unpaid hoe, unpaid whore, not getting money from nobody that they be sleeping with. I feel like the most support somebody was getting was from the person who was helping them out, who they fucked over. Queen of Wands, see? They an unpaid hoe. Or they ain't got no real job. Work could be slow for them. Or whatever the case may be. They be sleeping more than they be working. If they're a real, like, prostitute, they be sleeping more than they be working. What the fuck? Because they feel like, what, the money gonna keep coming to them or something like that. Like somebody gonna come along and save them and make life better for them. But they ain't marriage material. That ain't happening. The only thing that's coming towards them is like a negative ass spirit, a negative ass energy entity, because they ain't got no boundaries. They don't know what's going or coming from them or to them. So they gonna get lined up for the free throw and get played. Hey, yeah, block, because they ain't got nobody that surround them that love them with the Ten of Cups. And the one person who did, they fucked that up with the Page of Wands in reverse. They just all around bad news. And they could need to heal. And they could have had somebody here to heal them. An Earth Angel, Sagittarius energy. But they fucked that over. Snaked the person. Betrayed them. Or just cut them off. Ruined this friendship. Burnt that bridge. Could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. They bad news. And somebody made a plan with a new person. Both dumb, though, with the Page of Swords in reverse. A dumbass plan. Could have been with somebody from their past, and then they finna go to end up having to go to court with justice here all over what they tried to do for money, and then that shit didn't even work out. What else, Holy Spirit? Yeah. They can't, yeah. It's like they don't fuck with their family don't fuck with them. Or it could have something to do with them not fucking with their family, because like sex has always been the issue with them. Like somebody can't keep their legs closed, they drawers on, like something. They always dealing with somebody new and they all still be dumb. And somebody should have just settled for whoever this was that they had start building this foundation with the lovers here. They should have been happy. Yeah, instead of like trying to snake somebody, trying to be a punk ass biatch, and then the 10 of Wands is in reverse, and then it didn't even work out. Thinking that they was gonna like having to stop struggling and all that, but all it did was make it easier. They thought they was gonna like get rid of somebody who they started this with, or who they built the foundation with. But all they did was like snake somebody, and then it made it easier on another person who they was building with to like release them with the devil in reverse. Not even argue, no nothing. Because they know that somebody clearly was dumb as fuck, wasn't using their intuition when they lost this relationship or lost them. They're like, shit, I ain't even gonna stress about it. I ain't even worried about it. Somebody got a high level of confidence where they like, shit, I know they slept on me. I know they fucked up. That's their loss. Justice, yeah, justice gonna come. This person is about to end up facing a lot of legal issues, Libra energy, all over whoever they was trying to deal with, which is the Knight of Cups, whoever they didn't, you know, got delirious with or delusional with and lost their damn mind and, you know, chose to do something fucked up, not using, you know, clearly not having the right guidance with some new person who was just as dumb as them, because all I keep picking up is dumb energy. But yeah, just as dumb, lost, whatever. Ace of Cups, yeah, this new person. Ace of Cups landed on the 7 of Swords in the upright. So yeah, they tried to snake whoever they was dealing with. They enjoyed the sex with and all of this. Had something to prove a point to. And now they losing a connection, yeah. Stagnation. 10 of Swords. Now things are slow or ain't going nowhere since an Emperor finally like walks away, cut off whoever this is, realizes that they deserve better than whoever they've been dealing with. The Lovers, the Knight of Pentacles, whoever they've been investing their time into, they could be happy that they've healed from this person and let them go. With the 5 of Pentacles, finally walked away from them. This could have been something that was hard to do. Page of Wands. Yeah, they realized that somebody had built up a very bad reputation. Person that they tried to settle down with, which was like a soulmate energy. They should have never dealt with. So I do see an ending here. Somebody feels like they should have never started a relationship here. But I do see it ending with the 4 of Pentacles, letting somebody go, even though that wasn't the original plan. So whoever this Emperor is, if they live through something, they letting somebody go. And they realize that, oh yeah, bitch, you tried to set me up. A fool here. Yep, it was a risk. Page of Cups. The Star. Somebody's first love. Could have been somebody's first love or first real true love that did this with the Page of Cups, the Star. They really loved the shit out of this person. They didn't never think that this person would do this to them. They took a little risk on them. This was their first real love that they actually gave them a real chance to really see them for who they was, and then didn't see this shit hitting them like how it did. Like, damn, you gonna do me like that? 3 of Wands. So it's like somebody ain't got no choice but to move on. Even though this wasn't in the plans. I'm hearing first night she fucked a man's. It wasn't in her plans. Damn. So somebody could have slept with somebody's friend. Is that your friend, King of Pentacles? Somebody that was broke? Or somebody who just won't give them shit? And it wasn't in the plans. Everything wasn't planned. Everything wasn't planned, y'all. Page of Cups. What about the Page of Cups, Holy Spirit? Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, this is somebody's first love. They could have settled down with them, got married and everything. Or, yeah, had a family together, built the business, built the real life together. And somebody laid up in the hospital, realizing what this person did to them. And it's like breaking their heart. Laid up in the hospital, realizing that this Queen of Cups is the reason, in reverse, is the reason why they in this bitch. That they put them in the hospital. And this could be breaking their heart. The person that they gave to, the person that they was there for, is putting them through this. Yeah, somebody like, shit, if I would have known your ass was going to do this to me, I would have never chose to really be in a serious commitment with you. I would have never made you my real person. Chariot, I would have kept it moving. Somebody, if they met somebody like while they was in a car, met somebody like in traffic, or while they were in traffic, and they just like, you know, met them in an organic way and on the streets, or like in a setting where they drove there, or they were in a parking lot, they would have never did this. Four of Wands. Like, married them. They would have kept it moving instead of like marrying this person. That's the truth. So they didn't have to have all these challenges with whoever this emperor, empress is. They like, yeah. So they didn't have to get betrayed. So they didn't have to end up letting this person go. All these challenges, having to let them go from being betrayed. Yeah, this Empress in reverse. Somebody, they would have never been in a relationship with them. That's how they feel. They like, shit, I should have kept moving or kept it moving and just ignored that person. Didn't even look their way. And somebody could feel like all it did was end them up into trouble. The Knight of Swords. Somebody could have been very, very ambitious with trying to, like, you know, court somebody, date somebody, be with them. Hierophant. But now they seeing that this person isn't marriage material. This Queen of Pentacles in the upright. They can have money, but I don't feel like they're marriage material. And it's because somebody feel like they're a cheater. But I feel like they have money because of them, or because they built a life together with this Ten of Pentacles. They both came up together. They could have went to school together. These feel like high school sweethearts or college sweethearts or something like that. Or even could have been like back when they was younger, like, you know, teenage years to early 20s. It hurts someone to have to move on with this Five of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Wheel of Fortune. Could be a Scorpio, could be an Aquarius, a Leo, or a Taurus. But it hurts someone to have to move on. They didn't want to end things with this Queen of Cups in reverse. Even though she been closed off for a long time, not really showing no real affection or anything like that. And that's the telltale signs. Somebody had been put their energy back, but it's just now coming out with the sun here. Leo energy. And I feel like somebody literally has to get hurt, burned, you know, scarred in order for them to realize, like, damn, they really didn't give a damn about me. It's like the more somebody pay attention to something, the more somebody look at something, the more they see Leo energy. That they should have been let someone go. That they have been trying to build this life with. The devil in reverse, yeah, should have been got out of this, like, you know, connection, this long ass bondage of a connection. What's the gossip? We got mirror, mirror. Facing yourself and others, reflective relationships, self-awareness, and what you see is you. And we got no filter. In reverse, though. So somebody could want a person to see themselves the way that they want them to see them. Doesn't make it to be true. Somebody wants a person to see themselves in them, or through whatever their eyes say about them, whatever judgments they could even be passing that may not be true. They want somebody to just, oh, you're right, you're so right. If they say they ain't shit, oh yeah, you're right, I need to try harder. That's how somebody wants a person to be. Unbreakable. But I feel like for some of y'all, you unbreakable. You not like this. You don't give a damn how this person sees you. And you definitely don't see yourself the way they see you. Inner toughness, endurable hardship, strength through adversity. Nothing can break me. And nothing this person can say to you can make you feel like you need to change. If anything, they the one who needs to be their authentic self. I feel like this could be someone who you wouldn't really know how this person looks or how this person really was if you wasn't with them. They may wear a bunch of makeup or something like that, but at home look like shit. Or out of public view, they look very unattractive. We got safe space, but you let this person be around you and be they safe. You was they safe space. They could come to you with anything, literally. And you was here to talk to them, here to listen, and all of that. Even when this person used to come to you with drama, with false alarm, acting like shit was bigger than what it was. And you would still listen to their ass or be there for them. Luxury life. They could have came from poverty and everything. Had come from struggle. And you still didn't pass judgment on them. They could have been wearing dusty ass clothes and shoes and shit. Holes all in them. Dingy as fuck. Spots all over the clothes and shit. Smelling like cigarettes. Smelling like weed. Maybe even smelling like meth or whatever, because I'm picking up on the energy of somebody who could have been a drug addict at one point. And you may have overlooked it. I feel like you've been with somebody through a lot of phases in their life, who I'm talking to, because this 10 of Pentacles is not easy to get to. This takes a lot of years to even get to this level. Y'all done literally, and they have literally seen you at your worst and your best. Somebody turns out to be an energy vampire, though. And ungrateful as shit. Despite how much y'all may have let them to be around and all of that, tried to support them and shit, brought them up with you, made sure you didn't leave them behind, made sure that they felt included, made sure that they knew they was a part of whatever it was y'all was building. It was a team effort. Turns out somebody had a whole bunch of hoe in them. You could have been a great partner when it comes to building stability, but scratching that itch when it comes to that little, I'm hearing twitch, something about that, or switch. Somebody is fast. They like sex. Let it go. I'm seeing let it go. All right. And this ain't nothing but a lesson learned. And whichever way you learned this lesson for you, now you know some people who you think you know can be faker than motherfucking you know. Could be faker than you know. But what you can expect is, I feel like your retirement goals to be long-term stability in the future. And I feel like you're going to reach the goals you want to, keep maintaining what you have, or continue to reach the goals you want to live a stable or comfortable life, either now or in the future, by letting somebody go. And being like still being you, being your authentic self, not being bothered by this person's actions, and letting things play out in divine timing. Because with recharge and reverse, for some of y'all, you deserve the rest and you ain't been getting the right rest that you need, which is like, you know, knowing this situation is something that's lingering in your energy with this energy vampire. You not fake flexing and all that. You being your authentic self. That's all that matter. We got side hustle in reverse. Somebody who ain't got no side hustle be sugarcoating shit with you. Or didn't really say what they wanted to, or wasn't really getting things off their chest. I feel like they could have wanted more or needed more, whatever they had with y'all. I feel like maybe you had things in separate accounts or something like this. Because it seemed like somebody was like spending their shit up or something like that. And looking at yours. And if it was in the same account, they thought that they could take you out and keep all of the money, still have access to all of the money. Divine timing is coming out with blocking this unbothered card. And deep fake is at the bottom of the deck with bag secure. Whoever this fake ass person is, if they think that they gonna be around you or until the bag is secured and play fake and act like they love you or that they wanted to marry you for you in order for them to get something, it's like, no. I feel like they can't wait long enough. They couldn't wait for divine timing for y'all to pass away or whatever the case may be. They needed to intervene. Deja vu. Oh, this could be something that this person has done before. Payday is significant, and hidden agenda. See, it's all about what they can get. They got a hidden agenda on how what's going to come up. It was all faking a funk. So they can come up, y'all. Faking a funk. All right, we're going to go into another deck. Strength. Leo energy. Y'all was too strong in this relationship. You being honest was too much. And you being wealthy or something like that. This person is like, You getting rid of this person. You know you a good person. You being strong when it comes to this relationship and this person, like, and you being real with yourself in regards to like this person using you. You know that you were stable and all of that. That's why this is like a turning point in regards to the betrayal that they tried to do to you. Whatever they tried to invest in with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse and Knight of Presents, it didn't work. They didn't take anything from you with the Six of Presents in reverse, which is the Six of Pentacles. They wasn't able to come up off of you. Or, yeah, the Tower. And somebody is busted. Like what they was planning on doing or taking, it didn't work out. Ace of Wands. This was a bad plan, a bad opportunity that ain't coming to pass. Nine of Wands in reverse. It's like somebody ain't got nothing to stand on. And with the Hierophant in reverse, it's like they didn't have no boundaries when it came to a person that they was dealing with, or a person who they was working with didn't have no boundaries in what they was saying to do. With the Nine of Potions in order, or the Nine of Cups in order to make their wishes come true. So it was like anything was to go in order for them to successfully achieve whatever their goal was to get this money. All they know is that they was going to get it. Yeah, but with the Six of Candles in reverse, they wasn't banking on y'all to cut them off once you found out what it was. Nine of Swords. Yeah, it's like you going to find out what it is, and then they not going to get support from whoever this is that they was working with to try to come up. They going to be on their own with this situation. They having to figure it out on their own. The Empress, yep, and then trying to act like they, you know, was always on your side and they didn't know what was going on. I feel like they're going to try to turn their back on whoever the person is they was trying to set you up with. The Knight of Needles, look, the Knight of Needles in reverse. Because this plan didn't work out. It was a dumb plan. And the Ten of Candles, and they're going to be burdened by the fact that it's like somebody going to try to leave because they already know that you know what they did. And the Ten of Candles is here. The Ace of Pentacles. Ten of Candles, which is the Ten of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. All these damn burdens trying to get this money from y'all. King of Wands in reverse with another person. They was codependent on y'all. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse, but tried to take from you. Ten of Presents in reverse, or which is the Ten of Pentacles, and they didn't fucked around and messed up y'all whole situation. Can't even come back from this. Now it's a whole bunch of arguing, bickering, and fighting between them and another person, and that's why they want to cut them off and try to beg y'all, you know, for forgiveness, or that they didn't know about what's going on. But with the Ten of Potions in reverse, it's all because them and another person is separating who they had feelings for, thought they was going to be with, and who they worked with the Eight of Pentacles here. But that shit is falling through, or it's just like exploding, backfiring on them. They thought they was going to have a relationship where, yeah, them and another person was going to be able to do something, see something through together. But shit starts unraveling because they wasn't banking on y'all spiritual team to come through and reveal all the shit that they was doing, and for you to peep game or understand what was going on. Five of Cups, which is the Five of Potions. This person is sad now. They're in a bunch of grief because they ain't got nobody. The Hierophant in reverse. They could be losing a person, which is y'all, as well as whoever this person is that they shouldn't have never been dealing with to begin with. Now this person going to be on their own with the Chariot, Cancer energy, and having to figure out life on their own too. And this court matter that y'all could be aware of, or family members could be. But yeah, y'all, that's pretty much what I have here. This was a much peaceful read with the comments off. I hope y'all enjoyed it as well, instead of me going back and forth with people being childish. But other than that, y'all, I will see you guys soon. I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your day. If you haven't already, please do thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay blessed, you guys. I'll see y'all in the near future on the next live.